Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your cursor is an online game. Cancel.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Ryan steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They start with a give to Connor. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he finds McDonald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Finding some room at midfield on the crossing route, complete. It's McDonald, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, grip in.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
59 Mike, check, 59. Let's put that team on the bus.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike, check, 59.
Here's Ryan. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Gotta be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. After the penalty, it's Jones. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. From the 25 on second down, Ryan going to throw deep and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Julian Edelman, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear. It's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset. Yep. Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. The open man is Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Eric Kendricks gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Going up top. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Boyd, an even 90 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams
try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Texans push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one.
Depth chart. Entering. AHB selected. Slot 2. Slot 1. Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game.
What you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the fourth quarter, but second quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
To throw on third down, Carr. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
59, Mike, 59.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 34. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He completes it to Boyd. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. Oh, some strong running. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Ryan now off the bootleg. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Sheldon Richardson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Ryan now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ryan hooking up here with Trent Taylor. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Give me some.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
59, Mike is 59. Mike the 59. 51, down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Fresno.
General West.
Fresno.
Ryan now to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Ryan. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Get wide.
From the gun, Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal.
Check, 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 check.
51, Sam. Hey, Zoo.
He'll try and run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On play action, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Joe Schobert, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Here's Carr to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They do go for it. It's Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by John Johnson. There he goes left side. And it's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will extend this big lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and that'll make it third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do...
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston, and even 70 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Julian Edelman with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready, back 25.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check tight.
To throw again, Ryan. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They're not ready for this, man. Hey, wait. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Mike, check. 59. I
don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike.
Ryan. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on first down is Carr. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Smith. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On first down, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for first and 10. Ryan. It's caught. Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Caught right side, Davis. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Vernon Davis. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44s. They try again on first down. Now a throw here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Now Carr. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third? To throw is Carr. Open man, it's Allen. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Carr will come up here with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Throwing again. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he finds McDonald. And he's taken down inside the 30. Carr now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Carr going to throw. Stepping up. He'll try and run. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike, check, 59.
Now it's Ryan. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams...
That's caught at the 25. A big off.